The Letter Campaigns tool in Action Network lets your activists send letters to their representatives and other elected officials or targets at the state and federal level. Unlike petitions, where you gather all your signatures for one target and deliver the signatures all together, the Letter Campaigns tool lets your activists write to a target that's appropriate for them, and the letters are sent individually as they're submitted, one at a time. To create a letter campaign, we'll start by clicking the Start Organizing menu and going to Letter Campaigns. First, we'll give our letter campaign a title. Like all our actions, there's an official name here, which the public will see. But above that, here is an administrative title. Only your organizers will be able to see this. It's here to make running your group a little easier, especially if you're managing multiple organizations. So since I'm creating this letter campaign for a video tutorial, I'm going to indicate that in the administrative title. Next, we'll select our target list. We have preloaded targets for all of the U.S. Congress, U.S. Senate individually, U.S. House, U.S. governors, all of the state legislatures, and the upper and lower houses of each state legislature. Based on your activist location, the letter will be sent to the appropriate target. For example, if you select U.S. Congress, both House and Senate here, your activists will send a letter to their district rep as well as their senators. For this letter campaign, we'll just choose U.S. House. In addition to these targets that we provide, you can create your own custom targets. This way, you can reach local officials like school boards or city councils, or heads of agencies like the EPA or the FBI, or even boards of large corporations. For more information on how to create custom targets, watch our Custom Targets video at help.actionnetwork.org. Next, you can add a banner image to your letter campaign page. Like all our other actions, we'll give you guidance on what size would work best. Next, we'll add the description of our letter campaign. This is our pitch to activists about why this issue is important so that they send the letter. So we'll go ahead and type that here. Like all our actions, you can use the formatting toolbar here to customize the appearance of your description. You can write it in HTML code, format headings, align your text to the left, center, right, or justify, bold, italicize, or strike through your text, add bulleted or numbered lists, insert an image, video, table, link or hyperlink, and a horizontal line rule. Here, in the Attribution Center, you'll show the public who created and sponsored your campaign. The creator, here, is whoever created the letter campaign. So right now, that's me. By adding myself as the creator, all the activists will go onto my list. But I can also remove myself as the creator if I'd rather keep that private. I can also show which organization sponsors the letter, here, by selecting one of my organizations from the drop-down menu. This way, the action will be directly linked to my organization, and all the activist information will go onto my group's list. This is probably what you'll want to do in most cases. For more information on groups and the attributions, please check out the video tutorial at help.actionnetwork.org. Over here to the right is our goal slider. The goal slider counts the number of letters that have been sent. It starts at 25 and will increase automatically as more letters are sent. That way you're always showing positive momentum. If you prefer not to show it, you can just click the green Remove Goal Slider button. And you can always add it back as you get more letters sent. Below that, here is the form that your activists will be asked to fill out when they take action. For letter campaigns, we have to ask for the full address information and name information. This way, we can provide more accurate targeting based on legislative districts. You can also add other questions here with the blue Add or Edit Additional Form Questions button. or doing your own with the Add Custom Form HTML. If you'd like more information about how to do this, visit our Common Action Concepts video tutorial at help.actionnetwork.org. Now we have a couple of options. We can click the green Save and Preview button, which will take us to a new tab and show us what the live letter campaign page will look like. We can also copy and paste this private link so that we can share it with coworkers, supervisors, or other volunteers. If you want to preview it later or not at all, go ahead and click the blue Save and go to Next Step button. We'll do that. In this section, we can write some tips to our activists, like to include a personal story, or what will most likely get the representative's attention. Again, you'll see this formatting toolbar here to customize the appearance of this page. Over here to the right, you'll select the targets that you want people to write to. This is different from the last page where we said we were writing to the U.S. House of Representatives. Here, we decide which specific targets or representatives we want our activists to talk to. Since our campaign is asking everyone to write to their representatives, we want to include the full list of the House. So we'll click the green Add All button and leave everything else blank. Now, all your representatives show up here, and you can scroll through the pages to see all of them. If you'd like to remove an individual representative, just click the red Remove button next to their name. And if you'd like to remove all of them, click Clear All. You can also search for representatives individually by typing in their name in the search box. Click on their name and click the green Add button. You have a couple other options for targeting legislators as well. You can target legislators by party by selecting Democrats, Republicans, or Independents, and you can select representatives by state. So if I want to select all the representatives from Alabama, I can click Add State, and all the representatives from Alabama will show up there. Once you're done selecting your targets, make sure to click the blue OK, All Done button. Now you'll see under this, the Select Targets button, we have 441 targets selected. Below this is the actual letter that your activist will send to their target. You can provide a default subject line. You can also provide a default message to your activist. Your activist can then add in their own thoughts when they fill it out if you'd like. If you'd like to add more than one letter option, you can click this green Add Variant button. Your targeting will stay the same, but you can change the subject and text fields so that your activists will be able to choose the letter that they send. Once you've added all the variants of the letter that you'd like, you'll see this checkbox. Allow activists to edit letter, subject, and message. Most of the time, you'll leave this box checked so that your activists can edit the letter however they choose. This lets them add their own story, sense of urgency, or personalize the letter. But if you'd prefer your activists to not be able to edit the letter, just uncheck this box, and your activists will only be able to send the letter that you've written. You also have the option to add a different version of your letter in targeting here, where it says Save and Add Version. For instance, if you want to exclude representatives who have already publicly supported your cause, you can send them a thank you letter instead. This can also be used if members have already voted yes on an issue you advocate for, or no on an issue you oppose. You can have as many versions as you'd like. You can also remove a version by clicking Remove Version here. Once you've added all the versions and variants of your letter that you'd like, you can save and preview again, or save and go to the next step. We'll go ahead and go to the next step. Now we see a thank you page that's across all of our actions. This gives your activists any additional instructions and lets them share the letter campaign on social media, email it to a friend, or embed it in their own website. If you want to remove this function, simply remove the sidebar. You can always add it back later. Now we have the option to preview our letter campaign again, save our letter campaign as a draft, or save and publish. Let's go ahead and save and publish. Now our letter campaign is live, and you can see that here next to status. If you want to test things out on the live page and see how it works for you, click this green switch here. This will switch it from active mode to test mode, so that no letters are being sent to the target while you're making sure the campaign is exactly how you want it. When you're done with test mode, just click the switch again and your letter campaign will go live. Most of the components on this Action Manage page are the same across all our other actions, like statistics, sharing options, and next steps. But there's still a couple pieces that are unique to letter campaigns. First is this Response Options tab. When someone puts in an address that doesn't correspond with one of your targets, like if you're running a campaign with all California targets and the activist puts in a Texas address, they'll be shown a message that says no recipients can be found. If you'd rather the activist be directed to a different page, you can put that link in the Targets Not Found redirect link here. The other feature that is specific to letter campaigns is the Target Report tab. This will show you which targets people have written to. You can click this blue Download Full Target Report, and we'll send you a CSV spreadsheet with all the names, email addresses, and street addresses for everyone who has taken action. We'll also tell you which targets they wrote to and the subject line and full text of the letter that they sent. But if you'd prefer to just receive a normal report of all the people who have taken action without the text, you can just go up to the Create Report button like you would in all our other actions. If you have any remaining questions about letter campaigns or any other Action Network features, please visit help.actionnetwork.org.